it's me, Cynthia. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 7 things that I wish I knew before I started homeschooling. Let's get into the video. The very first thing, when they're little, workbooks aren't nearly as important as you might think they are. And I'm talking little like preschool, kindergarten, early couple of months of kindergarten. It's not as important because the hands-on activities are super important because it helps with their brain development in so many different ways. And if you don't believe me, you can look up the psychology of it behind it and you will discover that I'm actually right in that area. So look it up if you don't believe me and focus on hands-on activities if you have a preschooler or a kindergartner that you are homeschooling. Number 2, the amount of time that you read to your kid out loud is super important. Even if they're older, 20 to 30 minutes a day reading out loud a chapter book to them, something that they're reading currently, reading with them, having them read out loud to you is also important, and having them read to themselves independently is very important because you will see that their brain development starts to skyrocket after a couple of months of them reading out loud to you and you reading to them, and it's super important. Reading is important for adults as well. So if you aren't reading, get that involved in your homeschooling, and I promise you will see a difference in your homeschool. Number 3, it doesn't have to cost a lot. When I first started homeschooling, I used to think that homeschooling had to cost thousands of dollars and you had to get all of this curriculum that was super expensive, but it doesn't have to cost a lot. You can spend literally a couple of $100s for the entire school year for multiple children within your homeschool if you want to. It really depends on what curriculum you purchase, what books you're trying to use, and how you break down everything, how many days of the week you're homeschooling, how long you're homeschooling, how many lessons you want to cover, how many subjects you want to cover, things like that. So if you don't know what you want to do, sit down with a pen and paper and come up with some ideas of what you think is going to work for you in your homeschool. Number 4, I am more than capable of homeschooling my children, and you are more than capable of homeschooling your children. The public school system hopefully did not fail you and you finished 12th grade. Depending on the state you live in, you may or may not have to be a qualified teacher. In my state, I don't have to be a qualified teacher. I do have a master's degree, so I know that from everything I learned up until 12th grade, I can definitely reinforce and teach my children again, and I don't have an issue with that. I do have some issues with algebra, obviously. That was a weak area of mine, and for some people that was just a hard spot, something that I'm going to have to work on. But other things I am capable of, and I did get a book that I will show you that will help with the math section when I do get to that area when they're in like 6th, 7th grade. Number 5, I actually needed to create some type of lesson plan when I was teaching my children. I wasn't aware that things are just going to come to your mind magically and you just would know what to say and what to do and how to break everything down in a logical manner so that it has an introduction, hands-on activity, independent activity, and something that you do together. For some reason, I didn't think that that would just happen magically in my head, but I wrote down everything and I created lesson plans, and I have a video up here that you can look at so you can learn more about how you can create lesson plans. Number 6, getting them out of the house daily will help with their mental health, and it will help with your mental health as well. There are lots of reasons why we need to get our children out into nature every single day. Even if it's a little cold or rainy outside, have them discovering things. You can make it a whole lesson plan with science and social studies and geography, and just getting it all together and making it something, an educational experience for your child. So look into that. And lastly, planning before the school year starts actually does make a huge difference because you will see that once you're planned and organized, things just flow seamlessly, and it's very nice. So if you like this video, please comment below and subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you get notified every time that I release new content, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!